Here is your Golfer's Almanac for June 30th. Today is the birthday of Harriet Curtis, born Harriet Sumner Curtis in 1881 in Manchester, Massachusetts. She and her sister Margaret were encouraged to play golf by a cousin, Lawrence Curtis, who served as the second president of the USGA back in 1897. Harriet was the medalist in the 1904 U.S. Women's Amateur and then won it at Braeburn Country Club in 1907. As defending champion, she faced her sister, Margaret, in the finals, though Harriet lost 7-6. Margaret would win 2 additional amateur titles. The winner of the U.S. Women's Amateur wins the Robert Cox Cup, the oldest surviving trophy awarded for a USGA championship. Cox was a Scottish golf course designer and a member of Parliament. He donated the cup 1 year after the inaugural competition in 1895, and it is the only USGA trophy donated by someone from another country. Harriet and her sister are probably best known as the sponsors of the Curtis Cup. The idea of a biennial match between the U.S. and Great Britain had been considered for many years. The silver bowl was created in 1932 and is a Paul Revere design. I didn't realize Revere was a patriot and a silversmith. The 42nd Curtis Cup concluded a few weeks ago with the USA retaining the cup. Today is also the birthday of Frank DeFina, born in 1884 on Mackinac Island in Michigan. He was a Native American of Chippewa and Ottawa descent. DeFina started at the Wawashkamo Golf Club on Mackinac Island, a 9-hole course that was laid out in 1898 by Alex Smith. He was the first Native American to play golf on the professional circuit, playing in the Western Open and other early PGA Tour events. DeFina, along with Arnold Palmer, served as pallbearers at Walter Hagen's funeral. DeFina was connected with the Wawashkamo Golf Club for 70 years and was named by Golf Digest as the longest working club professional in history. Today is also the birthday of Roger Maltbie, born Roger Lynn Maltbie in 1951 in Modesto, California. He turned professional in 1973 and won 5 times on the PGA Tour. His first win was at the 1975 Ed McMahon JC's Quad City Open, and then he won the very next week at the Pleasant Valley Classic. Maltbie also won the inaugural Memorial Tournament, beating Hal Irwin on the 4th hole of sudden death. In 1991, Maltbie started working with NBC Sports as an on-course reporter and continues to report the action from inside the ropes. Happy birthday, Roger. Today is the birthday of Patrick Rogers, born in Avon, Indiana in 1992. Rogers played golf at Stanford University, where he won 11 times during his 3 years on the Cardinal golf team, tying the record set by Tiger Woods. Maverick McNeely also matched the mark of 11 wins. Rogers turned pro in 2014 and is yet to win on the PGA Tour. Happy birthday, Patrick. On this day in 1911, Harry Vardon won his 5th Open Championship at Royal St. George's in Sandwich. He won by 10 strokes in a 36-hole playoff against Arnaud Massy of France. Massy was the champion golfer of the year in 1907. Royal St. George's was the first golf course to host an Open Championship outside of Scotland in 1894. Vardon would win his final Open Championship in 1914 at Prestwick. On this day in 1916, at the U.S. Open at the Minnetonka Club in Minneapolis, Chick Evans won wire-to-wire and set a new scoring record for the U.S. Open at 286, a record that stood for 20 years. Evans beat Jock Hutchison by 2 shots. Evans went on to win the U.S. Amateur later that summer in Marion, the first golfer to win both titles in the same year. Evans remained an amateur for his entire career and is perhaps best known for the Evans Scholars Foundation he established, furnishing scholarships to caddies. And in 1929, on this day, Bobby Jones won his 3rd U.S. Open title, also in a 36-hole playoff. He beat Al Espinoza by 23 strokes at Winged Foot. In the final round, Jones had a 4-shot lead with 4 holes remaining, but made a triple on 15 and another bogey on 16. His approach to the 18th landed in a greenside bunker. Jones rolled in a 12-foot putt for the tie to force the playoff. On this day in 1991, Meg Mallon won the LPGA Championship at Bethesda Country Club in Maryland. She was a stroke better than Ayako Okamoto and Pat Bradley. The three were playing together in the final round when they came to the 72nd hole, all tied. All three hit the fairway with their tee shots, and they all hit the green, setting up 3 birdie putts. But only Mallon could convert. And then just 2 weeks later, Mallon won the U.S. Women's Open at Colonial. Here's a quote today from Roger Maltby. "Once you try, golf is the hardest game you'll ever play." That's it for today in golf history. Play fast, repair all the pitch marks you can find, and keep your golf ball in the short grass. Your Golfer's Almanac is a Golf Tunes production. It's written, produced, and narrated by me, Michael Duranko. I invite you to check out our original golf illustrations and the humor essays that accompany each of the golf cartoons. Tour Backspin is a weekly golf history newsletter that celebrates the PGA Tour in the 1960s and 70s with tie-ins to today's tour. They offer a bunch of content, contests, and other interesting bits. See the link in the show notes and subscribe.